Prying parents, what secret of your child did you discover that made you wish you hadn't? As a prying child looking for confiscated video games, I discovered my mom hides my Game Boy way better than she hides her strap-on. We adopted one of our kids and he is biracial, while the rest of the family is white. Back when he was in second grade, I found a writing assignment that the kids had to do. They essentially had to write 3 things they would wish for if they had a genie. One of the things he wrote was "I wish I was white." That really hit me hard. I thought we had done enough to incorporate his racial/cultural background. It wasn't something we just ignored. It hurt to see that he didn't want to be who he was and that we had something to do with that. I hated that he felt that way and I hated that I found it. In hindsight, however, I am glad I found it. It opened up the dialogue even more and our son revealed that he wanted to move somewhere where he wasn't one of the only black kids. We did end up moving to a much more diverse area a few years later and I love it here. My son is now in middle school and is pretty comfortable talking about racial identity. As much as it hurt finding the paper, I think it was beneficial to get it out in the open. When I was a kid, my grandma found my rather hefty PRN stash under the bathroom counter one day while cleaning. I got really embarrassed about it until I realized that she just straightened them out into a neat stack and never said a word about it to me to this day. Hell of an old lady. I used to work in a phone shop and I was transferring this kid's photos to his new phone. It was the first of that model I sold and little did I know it had a pre-installed app that showed a gallery on the second homepage after you swiped right. I was explaining how to use it and the default image of the gallery function decided to select was a full frontal nude photo of this poor kid's junk. Frankly, I didn't know where to look. He must have only been 13, maybe 14. I tried to subtly shift the phone away from his mom but she had already seen it. He got an absolute public telling off in the middle of the store. Went on for some time while I was just awkwardly holding this phone with a photo of this kid's DCK. Ah. Good times, you get to see some interesting things on people's phones.